Media and all the reporters, the journalists, the operative camera persons, thank you for being here. We're also on behalf of the All India Trinamool Congress. Thank you, our friends in the media and all the reporters, the journalists, the operative camera persons, thank you for being here. We're also live on the party Facebook page. Thank you so much for being here on time. Since we just had a very meaningful protest this morning regarding the two key issues in Meghalaya, and we have the press conference on this issue, Dr. Mukul Sangma, thank you for staying back before you go back. So today, I'm not sure of the numbers because the resolution which was read out in Parliament said 9 or 10 MPs was suspended. But by the time I came here for this press conference, I believe that number has gone up to 19. So 19 members of the opposition in Rajya Sabha, 7 of them are from my party, the All India Trinamool Congress, Sushmita Dev, Mausam Noor, Shanta Chetri, Dr. Shantanu Sen, Abhi Ranjan Bishash, Nadimul Haq and Dola Sen. Along with these colleagues, our friends in the DMK suspended, our friends from the TRS suspended, CPIM suspended, and CPI suspended. But there's actually some bigger suspension than all these suspensions. Democracy has been suspended in India. Parliament has been suspended in India by the people who are used to running, the two gentlemen who are used to running the Gujarat GHANTA in Ahmedabad, now want to apply the same rules of the Gujarat GHANTA to the Parliament of India. Yesterday, some MPs got suspended in Lok Sabha. So the first point I want to raise on behalf of the Trinamool Congress, we ask, who benefits when Parliament does not run? Who benefits when Parliament is disrupted? Who benefits when MPs are suspended? And here, this is the hypothesis of our press conference today. So we have the government as we were taught in our school civics books, government yani sarkar are answerable to who? Parliament yani sangsad, and sangsad are responsible to who? People yani janta. Government, parliament and people. So when Parliament is suspended, what happens? Then the government is not responsible to the people. And this is exactly what is happening today. आज ये हो रहा है. सांसद suspend नहीं चलेगा सांसद, तब सरकार जनता के सामने कुछ आंसर नहीं करना होगा. Price rise. Here are some facts. The last session was 27 days. 27 दिन. 27 दिन का सेशन हुआ बजट सेशन. 27 दिन में कोई डिस्कशन नहीं हुआ ऑन महंगाई. 27 days. इस सेशन में 7 दिन ऑलरेडी हो गया. No discussion. 34 days, this government is running away from discussing Parliament. But are you surprised? Because this is the same government of Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah who bulldozed the farm bills. जब सांसद वोट के लिए पूछा on the floor of the house, division, यानी you can vote yes or no, वो नहीं अलाउ हुआ. आज भी नहीं अलाउ हुआ. Today there was a resolution to suspend 11 members. We asked for a division to vote. It was not allowed. It was not allowed for the farm bills. It is not allowed today. Government is running away from a discussion on price rise. Government is running away from a discussion on economic blockade. राज्य को जो पैसा है मिलना चाहिए 8,000, 20,000 करोड़ नहीं दे रहा है. So the government is running away from all these issues, and we in Trinamool Congress will fight. We'll fight this in Parliament. We will fight this outside Parliament. I want to leave you with 3 quick statistics, facts, not even statistics, before we end. 1, because as I proved to you in the beginning, that if Parliament does not run, if you don't have issues, the government is the beneficiary. So eventually we are making Parliament into a deep, dark chamber. Why do I say this? You suspend 20 MPs, out you go. You use COVID as the excuse to keep all of you in the media. How many of you are allowed regularly into Parliament? Deep, dark chamber. Out of every bill which is scrutinized, the figure in earlier governments, 20 साल, 25 साल आगे, 10 bill, 6 या 7 bill, scrutiny. That means कुछ पढ़ाई होगा, कुछ प्लस होगा, माइनस होगा. अभी 6-7 बिल से वो हो गया सिर्फ 1. Only 1 bill is scrutinized out of 10. This is facts. I challenge Mr. Modi or Mr. Shah. They are very busy people. Handling all the allies, like so many allies, they have ED, CBI. Come, I said this in the last session. I said this again. I challenge any minister in the government, choose any platform of your choice. You come and debate 3 opposition MPs about what you are doing to Parliament. So the first one I told you was, how many bills are scrutinized? 1 out of 10. Number 2, Parliament से डरता है नरेंद्र मोदी प्रधानमंत्री. राज्यसभा में 6 साल हो गया, टेलीप्रॉम्प्टर छोड़िए सर, आइए एक प्रश्न का आंसर दीजिए. एक, only one. Come and answer one question on the floor of Parliament. I can move a resolution. My resolution can be allow teleprompters in Parliament. Then maybe you'll answer a question. But now teleprompters are not allowed. So for the last 6 years you haven't come. This is the reality of Indian Parliament. I want to standing committees, kuch nahi hota. So the reality is, Parliament has been turned into a deep dark chamber. Parliament, Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah and their minions who scuttle around as ministers taking instructions, they don't have any respect. And it saddens me. And the only reason it saddens me is because I remember that moving image of a newly elected Prime Minister stepping into Parliament and kissing the steps of that great institution. What a sham. What a hoax. But then why are we surprised? Any questions? I'll be happy to answer. What happened inside Parliament? What happened inside Rajya Sabha? This is a good thing you asked me. Nowadays you don't even know what happened inside Parliament because there are 13 or 14 cameras there. Before I joined politics 20 years ago, I used to do multi-camera quiz shows. So I know a little about multi-camera. So they cut one close-up is on the chair. The other close-up camera is on the person who's speaking. Nothing else is shown. So we have to shoot. Opposition members today who were in the House. Trinamool was in the House, AITC, DMK was in the House, TRS was in the House, CPIM was in the House, CPI was in the House. We were all in the House, demanding a discussion on price rise, same as the last 33 days. We were not allowed a discussion, and that is why we went into the well. Bottom line, government is disrupting parliament, not opposition. But the government is trying to put a spin, saying that opposition parliament disturb kar raha hai. Please, just identify yourself so we get to know you. Kake? আচ্ছা 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 আমি পার্লামেন্ট নিয়ে এত ব্যস্ত কে কাকে ডেকেছে কে কাকে ডাকেনি এত খবর আমি রাখছি না I don't know, so don't mind. I'll update myself. I will update myself, and I'm sure we're having a press conference today by my colleagues in Calcutta, and I'm sure they will answer all these questions. Our first part of our press conference today was on Meghalaya. The second part is in Parliament. And let me be very clear, the issue of price rise and the related issues around price rise, economic blockade of states, GST,